thanks for the invite this evening. My name's Pete Randall. I'm part of the National Organising Department of Unite the Union, based here in the West Midlands. First of all, the council meeting is actually on the 17th of June, okay? It starts at 9:30. We will be arriving from 8:30 in the morning with our members from all three picket lines. A lot of passion has been mentioned about your community today, and why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? You know, every single one of you seem proud Brummies. Why wouldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be? Second capital of England, capital city, okay? You should be proud of it. You should be proud of it. I'm proud to work in it. I'm proud to work and stand on the picket lines with our members that are taking action, and absolutely rightly so, they should be taking that action. It's been mentioned time and time again this evening, who can afford to lose 25% of their wages, no matter how much they earn? £200,000, £20,000, 25% of your salary going overnight. It's unacceptable. You've got unelected commissioners in Birmingham. Not one person in this room elected those into this city. Not one. Yet they're taking £1,200 per day, bearing in mind they work part-time. It's a disgrace and it's a shame, okay? The best thing that this Labour government can do is show them the door and never to return. Unite has been in the negotiations from the get-go. We've had the decision makers from the union in the room from the get-go. The decision makers of Birmingham City Council, however, seem to be missing, hence the t-shirts. Where's Cotton? Okay, where's the commissioners? Where's Angela Rayner? Angela Rayner found the need to find scab workers, i.e. agency workers, breaking lawful action that's being taken by our members across the three sites that are losing that 25% in their wages. Yeah? The communities are paying the price for bad management within Birmingham City Council, the very people that bankrupt this city. Okay? Again, it's a shame and it's a disgrace. These people, if they were normal working people, working in a factory, a warehouse, a shop, they'd have been sacked. And the simple reason for that is they're not doing the job properly. Okay? Now, rightly so, when it comes to elections, don't voice your opinions in the hall. Get out there and voice the opinions. Get out on the streets, direct action. Okay? You've got community groups that are coming around the community side of the workers' economy, that are siding with the strikes. The sooner these strikes are resolved, the better for our members and the better for the communities. I'll answer the question, why did the rubbish pile up over here and not at their end? Simple fact of the matter is, they think they're better than you. They think they're better than you. They're worth more than you. Let me tell you something now. They couldn't come here tonight. They couldn't come here tonight. The gentleman that spoke earlier had to be sharp because he had commitments. Somebody had a wedding. Send someone else. Send someone else. There's enough of them in that council house that can come here and cover what needed to be said by him. Okay? He can't come to a hall. He can't come to negotiations. What the hell is he being paid for? Okay? He's meant to represent the working men that are on strike. He's meant to represent this city, and he's meant to represent his constituents. He's been missing in action. In fact, it took him 10 weeks to come onto the media and do an interview that was less than 40 seconds long.
Shame.
He's worth his money, isn't he? And if that's the best they've got, they need to look in the mirror. They need to look in the mirror. Because I always thought that Labour was a working class party. Okay? We go back to the 80s and the mining strikes. I'm just going to touch on this a little bit. The workers paid the penalties, the miners. Workers today are paying the penalties. What come after the miners' strikes? Communities. Communities. We've not learnt from history. We've not learnt from history. Okay? It's time to stand up. It's time to stand up. And the only way that they are going to listen is by what's already been mentioned. Take your black bags outside there and let them rats in that council house fester on it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
We've already heard the conditions that people have had to live in. Our members have to live in that day in, day out with their job that they do. It's shown that when they're on strike, what actually happens? The work don't get done. It's trying to be done by Scab Labour Agency. An agency that is costing this city £6 million. £1 million on top of that is going to a scab company called Tom White in Coventry. £1 million of taxpayers' money from Birmingham is going to a company in Coventry called Tom White. Tom White is a very reputable scab company. They tried to break the industrial action in Coventry in 2022, where they were taking direct action of industrial action. They thrive on trying to break strike action. Okay? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. We've got activists that are rightly so blocking these vehicles. Blocking these vehicles. And why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? When we've got class struggle, both community and workers, the only way of doing and dealing with it is hitting them where it hurts. Okay? And yes, sometimes the community have to pay the consequences of that by the rubbish piling up. And we do apologise for that. But it's the nature of the strike that's taking place. I will also be very clear on this. West Midlands Police, 30 officers roughly at each picket line at the beginning, okay? Threatening lawful action, acting as a private security firm for Birmingham City Council. Again, you've seen the media, £1 million. They're chucking money around of Birmingham taxpayers like it's confetti. 5.7% pay rise they've got. Councillors, okay? We were at the mosque the other week. We went to the mosque. Street cleansing bin. Dog mess hanging out the sides of it. Hedges not cut. Fact of the reality is, that's going to become the norm. That will become the norm for Birmingham, unless this dispute is won. The bin men and women that are out on strike currently, and it's been mentioned in a media coverage by one of our reps at Lifford Lane, okay, they are the dam of a flowing river at the moment. If that dam bursts, it's going to happen to every single department within the council. We as a union will not let that happen. We can't afford to let that happen. You as a community cannot afford to let that happen. And the reason why, the stench and the hedges and everything else that's not being cut or emptied, that will be the norm of what you're going to be living in and your surroundings. And you deserve better than that. You deserve better than that. The workers on strike deserve better. Everybody within the communities deserve better. But direct action is the only thing that is going to change this. I'll be very clear again, direct action. So if you do have time to attend the council meeting and stand outside and protest against them, please do. If any of you are free and available to attend in blocking these vehicles, please attend that with the activist groups that are doing it. Please attend the picket lines. Speak to the workers. Very approachable people, you know. We've attended the meeting the other day with yourselves in Unite office. Hope you feel welcome when you came along, like we do this evening. We're not running anywhere. We're not running anywhere. We'd have had a debate. We'd have had the public debate with these councillors. But I can tell you how that would have ended. More lies. More lies. John Cotton were on the media. Nobody is going to lose any money. Did anybody see that? We did too. The fact of reality is, it was a lie. He's treating the community with contempt. He's treating its workforce with contempt. And this needs to be remembered at the ballot box next time round. And I believe it will. I believe it will. Some of the other things that's been mentioned regarding the negotiations, there has been no offer. There has been no offer. Again, Angela Rayner, Deputy Prime Minister, it's a good and fair offer. I'm not sure who she's listening to or what she's reading, but she needs to start getting ahead in the game. Because again, when it comes to the next election, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. They've been warned time and time again. It's a bit like the winter fuel allowance. They've had to do a U-turn. And that's become from the pressure of the likes of the workers' economy. They've been up and down the country, left, right and centre of it, explaining what would happen if they didn't do that. And the same is going to happen with this action. It will be remembered. Okay? So, thanks for allowing us to speak. Okay? Please attend that meeting. Please do whatever you can to bring yourselves forward in seeing the strikers, whether that's outside the council house, on a picket line, or with some of the activist groups that are going around. Again, what the council are saying in the media is wrong. They're treating the workers with contempt, the communities with contempt, and they're trying to divide. Where you've got people that have divided, they think they're important people. It gives them a job to do. The fact of the reality is they're not needed. They're not needed, starting with the commissioners. Them commissioners have got to be kicked out. These need to wake up inside the council house, sit down, be serious when it comes to negotiations. Okay? We're ready to negotiate. Our General Secretary, Sharon Graham, anytime, any place, anywhere. That still stands. That still stands. We've got the people in the room that can break the deal. They need to get serious, get the decision makers in the room, get a deal done, let our members go back to work and carry out the work in which they really want to do. Something that's also out there that's going to become political is fortnightly collection. That's not been mentioned tonight. Fortnightly collection, again, is going to be bringing the city to the stench, the piling bags, new system, modernisation. Is that what they're calling it? Modernisation? I'll tell you what it is. It's cuts. It's cuts. That's what it is. Okay? So the fortnightly collection, I don't believe is going to work in a city as big as Birmingham. The recycling saying everything at the moment with it not being emptied. It's going somewhere, isn't it? And I also sympathise with the disabled and people that are finding it difficult to get out and access some of these dump sites. Let me tell you now, you're probably better off not going to the dump sites. Because some of the people that are leaning in these vehicles, it's dangerous. It's against health and safety of the job. Okay, some of these trucks have got an automatic hoist on the back. You may have heard in the news a couple of years ago, gentleman in Coventry, Dave Carpenter, I knew him personally, crushed in the back of a lorry, bin wagon. I'll only let you decide what that looked like, okay? His partner, his children, they don't any longer have him about. That could be the same in Birmingham with the worko role that's been deleted, the safety aspect of it. They're trying to pinpoint everything onto a driver. That driver's responsibility is to drive that vehicle safely. He can't keep his eye on the back, he can't keep his eye on the front, the side, all in one go. And I'm happy to have that discussion. I'm sure some of the strikers here today are happy to have that discussion with you. Okay? It's one of the most dangerous jobs in the UK when it comes to, well, in the world even, when it comes to HGV work. It's the most reversed vehicle on the planet, HGV vehicle on the road. Okay? By taking some of these safety critical roles away, It's putting the community and its workers at risk. Okay? Let's hope that we don't pay the penalty again for a bad decision that this council's took. Okay, thanks for hearing me. Again, any questions, speak to the strikers, any of the organisers that are in the room. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. We have got just 5